Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the emergency calls only map. We're playing as a green player out of the 5th position. And I don't love my cap options in this one. I think we're going to end up on this 4 here, sort of in the middle of the board. Most pathing routes will cut through here. If black tries to come down this way, they'll see me. If you try to come into the middle, you'll see me. It's really just these two territory lines that you won't see, and this should hopefully dissuade the pink player from capping next to me. It's very possible that this player caps up on this 4 here. Well, he does know that black is there, so I'm not sure that happens. Could cap in front of white here to inconvenience him, but he's got that 1-point hold over the +2 in the back of the board. So we're going to play off the 4 here. If pink caps next to us, that's a little bit of a bummer, but we at least have... well, we don't really have anything we can play for if pink caps there, but we'll give it our best go. He does not cap there, so we have the potential to take this, at least the +3 here, if not the +5 power management. We actually have pretty good control over that as black places all 5 of his troops back here. Tries to roll out into the yellow 2 and fails. So this is Tier List Tuesday, by the way. This is the series on the channel where we play every single map in Risk on the meta settings. Those settings are auto setup, 6-second turn timer, progressive cards, balanced bliss dice, no rank alliances and portals are off, fog and blizzards are on. And again, we are playing as a green player out of the 5th position. We have neutral inactivity behavior for the Tier List Tuesday series, and the reason for that is, how much does he lose here? Nothing. He loses nothing. So white has that really crazy 1-point hold back there, and is cruising along here. Very good starting position for the white player, but again, it's only at +2, so it's not crazy, but well, it's not overpowered, I guess is what I should say. As yellow trickles out of this position here and hits to the right. Maybe he thought that white had this bonus. A little over-attacking from the yellow player here. I'm not sure I understand what this fella is doing. Gotta hope he's not capped. I mean, that was a lot of troops. Gotta hope he's not capped on RF power, otherwise we may have to end up with a second cap option here. The blue player is here, but we're playing with neutral bots to try to keep the game moving. And again, this is Tier List Tuesday, so these maps we will, at the end of the video, we'll try to stack this up on a different spot. If blue's playing for the +4 here in Capacitor Bank, that's pretty crazy. I'm not sure why you'd hit my 2 there, but you do, sir. We start with 7 troops. I'm going to at least try to play for the bonus here. I'd like to gain some vision. Maybe we find yellow's capital. All right, no cap in here. I'm going to step over this way. Got black there. So I think at bare minimum, I can try to take this. I see yellow with a big troop piece back there, and that was some of, ladies and gentlemen, some of the worst dice I have ever gotten collectively between those 2 3 rolls. We actually lost more troops as the attacker on blitz rolls into the bot, or into those double 3s, than we would normally lose, or than you'd expect to lose. We lost more than the defenders, is what I'm trying to say. I'm wondering if pink guards. So pink is capped on the weirdest cap in the world, which is Apple Generator. This is not a very good capital. Presumably, does he break me, or does he just take the bonus? I'm wondering if he guards with like 4s all around, doesn't defend his capital at all. That's certainly a possibility. This 4 could step into this territory and fortify a cap to defend. But I'm not feeling great about my position with yellow back here, and I'm not expecting, you start with, what did I start with, 14 troops or something? You start with 14 troops, you're not expecting to lose half of those troops rolling 3s. Pink has got a 6 here, don't love that, but should be okay. Black with the cap back here for this whole +4. That +4 is 10 territories, normally 12. Only for a +4, which is pretty crazy. We're really just hoping not to get aggressed by yellow here, but not super optimistic seeing how they played their first turn out. And white is getting 7. He's going to play for this. I don't think he's got the juice to do it. No, he does not. That comes back to cap, presumably. Or splits in here? What is the purpose of... Don't split. That is... Okay, we got a true random fella here. That doesn't make any sense. Fully anticipate yellow breaking me. And this is a +3 in sim module. Maybe he plays for this bonus instead. If I'm the pink player, I don't know that I love him doing that, but He's also got a split here. This is going to come back with only 1 troop, so not the best of luck here to win this. I could see the 4 stepping through me to try to take. And he, yeah, yellow is an over-attacker, and it is really not helpful. Because pink is probably just going to wallop me. That's really frustrating. It's very clear. Like, I get it. Well, I don't. I get it, but I don't get it. Like, I wouldn't do it, but I get why he's doing it, because inexperience in this game generally leads to decisions like that. I think we have to try to push the push whatever luck we can here, though. It's a shame that yellow is the one that keeps hitting me, because obviously he's super weak. Blue does not have this bonus here. He whittles around this way. You're not going to get this bonus either, brother. Your 4 shouldn't even bother sitting here. Yeah. So I didn't see that fortify away, but I'm not even going to hold against pink at all. We need to defend our capital. Pink has this bonus, which I think is pretty good, right? Yeah, +4 in snake chip. So your bonuses on this board, several +4s, a couple +5s, a +2, and a +3. So signal crossing, oscillation central, power management, those are the +5s. Capacitor, bank, communications, and audio. Snake chip and radio, those are the +4s. Sim module +3, signal crossing, or I mentioned that already, and charging is the +2. That's where the white player resides. Pink doesn't break me, so it really comes down to what yellow does. I'm a bit concerned here. The fact that I haven't seen yellow's capital makes me think he may be capped behind me in HZ Donut. There's not a lot of spots he could be. He could be up here next to pink. He could be somewhere on this line that blue has been trying to attack. We've got black back here. I don't want black back there, because that's probably going to break me on the next turn, so as nice as a kill guard is, it'd probably be better just to remove that player. And now white, so this was why white's split didn't make any sense here, is these troops they serve no purpose now that you've taken this territory. And I understand leaving your cap open along the top line here, not wanting to hit my 3, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, I mean, we'll let yellow take this. Black is behind me. Blue is here. I think yellow... Did we ever have vision on microwave filter? I can't remember. He could theoretically be on one of these 2 territories, right? Because we had this territory before. White just removed us from there. So we get around to our turn. We managed to hold. This blizzard here is going to be, I actually think, pretty impactful. There are 4 blizzards on this board. I would argue 3 of them are incredibly unimpactful. This one here being the one that actually, I mean, it's a north to south line that is, or west to east to west line that is cut off. I see no benefit to leaving black back here. This may cause him to remove my material over there, but at least we hold the bonus, we start getting our cap built up, and we feel a little bit more confident about our positioning. Pink, I think, is defending in a manner that is predominantly off capital. 9 troops here. Surprised this 4 hasn't gotten more active. I'm also surprised we got blue taking cards up here. 12 now. I mean, he could break me. I'm like reasonably card blockable as well from this position. He also may go into yellow. We'll see if yellow holds. I didn't want to deal with yellow because I admittedly don't think the yellow player is very good. I've seen a lot of troop waste early on in this one. And so I think it's my best interest to probably focus the yellow player, just because when you believe somebody isn't as good at the game, they're usually easier to eliminate. But with pink looming over me like this, I'm not crazy optimistic. I'd love to play for this +5 here. I've only got 2 more troops to have to take it, or 2 more territories, but I don't know exactly where blue is capped, and I don't really want to lock my cap off. It's a little early where it might be beneficial to take both of these territories just to see, because it's like blue's not going to hold that bonus. Blue came down this way thinking maybe he had a chance at getting back in here, and he obviously has realized that's not the case now. A little curious why white wouldn't try to push for this +5 here. Yeah, that's a smarter fortify, right? That split earlier just didn't make any sense. You could have attacked up and not needed to waste your fortify on that, but Yellow did get broken, I think, by pink. Because he had this whole bonus. He had taken all of this on the previous go. If he's able to get in here and break pink, he probably gets pretty close to getting cut down. I wonder if he hits me back here. Yeah, had a feeling. Normally I wouldn't like locking the cap off, and I have a feeling that blue is pretty skilled, but I'm fairly confident that my capital is of decent size now. And I just kind of want the vision this way, and if I manage to hold the bonus, great. Blue is not capped there, and I believe he knocked me out of this spot too. So he is not capped anywhere along this line. Pink is 9. Immediately hits me, interestingly enough. I'm wondering if the yellow cap is... It's one of these two territories, I believe. So we pick up a +5. This could be valuable, because if I can play off the 3 at the top and not have to worry about this, or blue breaks me, right? And then we're starting a war with blue. And again, very card blockable, but I think, the card block risk is there. Fully recognize that. But I do also have the benefit of... Actually, with pink holding this many troops here, the pathing for blue and black from top left to right side, or just left side to right side in general, they either have to go through my cap, which is not feasible, or go through, at least not feasible right now, or go through pink's giant stack that's sitting here. Either way, you're going to have to hit some mush. So, see what happens. Black is taking their time. Could see a card skip out of the first position from black. I wouldn't be super surprised. He actually doesn't. He takes. Interesting. Oh my god. Why does this... Alright, so sorry about that. Hopefully I remember to edit out that computer audio there. It started playing a Hyundai ad on the tier list site. I don't know why those ads have audio. Black breaks me here. It's weird that he would do that. I don't know why you start a fight here as black. I might just keep a couple troops here, and if he tries to commit his trade into hitting me, then it is what it is. But we've seen him trickle down this way, so I wonder if blue is somewhere along this line here. Or he's deep in a pocket. I don't think either of those is particularly wise. It's a shame that black just broke me there. I'm confident my cap is strong enough. So I'll just leave a 5 here. And we're on a trade-in, right? So if he hits me, it's a waste of troops, in my opinion. What does pink do? He puts 3 troops on the... Yeah, so 15 stack here. I just held the 5 here because I'm like, all right, I thought blue might break me. Maybe yellow, maybe pink. Yellow because of behavior, pink because of strength. Blue because of what was perceived proximity. I don't understand the black break there. I think that puts an unneeded target on you, and I mean, you're a 2-point card block back in this region late in the game on a 1 bonus hold, a +4 hold. He's playing this very slow, though. It's very much take a card and pass type play. We'll keep an eye on him. White with this, what I presume is the strongest cap because of how much pink is holding off board or off cap. Presumably the strongest cap on the board is white right now. Blues could be strong as well, but I've seen him commit a little bit in other spots. And we lost so much early, but we've managed to recover. And again, because black didn't open me, he didn't open the cap. I didn't feel bad about retaking this bonus because, again, early in the game, an extra 5 troops is pretty useful, at least for survivability. Pink actually missed a card. I don't know why. I think he skipped on the last turn. Skipping out of the 5th position, or 6th position, is absolutely absurd, especially when everybody else is taking cards. So I'm not sure I understand the motivation behind Pink's play there. Or did he take too long to place troops earlier and miss? I don't remember, but I'm not sure why he didn't take a card. Blue presumably removes whatever's back in the pocket here. I don't feel the need to remove this 3 right now. Yellow actually, I think his trade-in put 2 troops here. I'll trade with blue in here. I think this is fine to do. So step to the side. I don't really want to give black notice that I am behind him any more than I already was. Sim connector, that's our Ooh, HC Donut's behind the cap, but I think Sim Connector is out into, yeah, right here next to yellow. Now we have a nice strong capital. So I don't know where, well, black finds out back here. I don't know where blue is. Blue could be either on this dreadfully bad speaker tip capital, which is a 2-point card block and really, really horrible. Or he's on C103, 102, or 101. I don't. Otherwise, why take all of the troops back here? I mean, maybe he's on in one of the areas that I thought yellow might be, but probably not. Pink suits now. Pink trades, so he's just a full card behind everybody else for some bizarre reason. But I think I mentioned the name of this map. It's emergency calls only. We've got the other maps in this map pack are Mother of All Boards, Command and Controller, which I think is actually kind of fun, underrated map, and General Processing Unit, which is also a pretty solid map. This one's somewhere between Mother of All Boards, which I think is easily the worst of the four. We'll get to all of them when the time comes as part of this Resistor is Futile map pack over the next following 3 weeks. And Pink misses a card again here. 31 troops stacked in this direction. Put nearly his entire generation there and does not. He does not take a card again. No, he did take a card. I just didn't see it. Stacked a ton in this spot, which is wild to me. Now, before I even consider removing blue here, the interesting thing to me is white is only getting 7 and he's starting to take cards in here, which makes me think that yellow may be capped on microwave filter. Yellow still does not hold a bonus. And he has not broken pink. Fortifies to the right? I mean, that's the only way you can fortify. You wouldn't fortify to this territory. And blue's only getting 5. So blue and black are both only getting 5. I want to get vision. I don't want to hit any of pink, right? Because I don't want to irritate pink. That's my biggest thing here, is I do not want to irritate the pink player. Blue's taking a while to decide what he wants to do. I don't have pathing into anything, so we are playing a little bit slower here than maybe I'd prefer. Okay. I fully understand why pink is capped, why pink is stacking here now. We have found the blue player. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, we have found the blue player. Found that capital. I don't think I would have given that information away if I were him. I really don't think you should have given that information. If Blue's been paying enough attention throughout the duration of this game, he should know that I didn't know where he was. That's a better way to put it. I did not know where blue was. I now know where blue was. This explains again why pink is stacked here, because blue is capped on C101, which is not a bad cap. It also means that black is fully trapped behind blue and I. So the black player has no exit because he runs into 2 capitals, which further begs the question, why would you have opened me here? Now, if he opens me here, I don't really feel compelled to block him off. We don't see his card. That is interesting to me. We don't see black's card on that one, which means it was probably along this line here towards blue. Now, they don't technically have an infinite trading pocket as far as between 2 capitals. If black gets knocked out of the game and blue and I are still alive, or if whoever gets this cap and I still have this one, and there's nobody else back here with us, theoretically there's an infinite trading pocket away from whoever's on the right-hand side, be it pink, yellow, or white. But this is good info to have. So we know exactly where 5 of the 6 capitals are. Obviously mine, we've got pink on Apple Generator. We have, because there was way too many troops that came off of that spot initially to imply anything other than a capital, we've got blue on C101, we've got black on ADC out, we've got white on charge base, and we've got yellow as the unknown, either microwave filter or mix amplifier or high frequency filter is my guess on that one. So if he breaks, the thing is, if he breaks pink, pink has such a strong stack here that any sort of defense is perfectly fine. Blue knocks yellow out of there. Interesting. Don't hate that choice. We're getting 13. I think that makes sense. I'm going to have a very strong cap. I don't want to open up Black's cap visually. He can come knock me out of here if he wants to. But we're back up to 5 cards. Pink again missed a card, so he is behind. He is getting only 5. Yellow broke him. I repeat, ladies and gentlemen, yellow broke him. Got 30 stack here, goes into yellow. I mean, you would have had to trade in and hit like 30 troops there. I don't know why blue removed that then. Blue saw yellow trade in early and then removed him back here. I don't think that that was the wisest decision. Now, pink knows where I'm capped. Yellow knows where I'm capped. I think blue's got, or black and blue have a pretty good idea of where I'm capped. White actually has no idea where I am. I think he may have had the sim contact territory. Was that who I hit? No, yeah, I hit yellow here. So yellow, I think white was here, but yellow hit him before it mattered, maybe? So theoretically, white would have no idea where I am. Black sets, that's to be expected. Blue trades before us, so not like we would be able to get blue, even if we were opened. And the yellow player, probably pretty weak. I think we're going to see white bonk my capital, or bonk my 3 over here. That is a big mistake in my opinion. Never close your capital off on a map like this that has such tight lanes. The lanes don't look as tight as they are, but there's actually only, even default, only 3 pathways, without the blizzards, 3 pathways from right to left and vice versa. And we control one of those, what would have been one of those 3 pathways. Part of the reason I capped here, actually, to start was because I knew with this blizzard here, we'd be controlling one of the 2 pathways onto that side of the board. I would like to take a look at yellow. I'm not at risk of perishing, I think is a very important aspect of the game right now. I wonder if pink overplayed his hand there by reacting the way he just did. Somebody has 2 capitals, actually. Does blue wail on... Blue might have 2 caps now. So yellow just took one of... or took pink's cap. I'm not gearing towards eliminating pink here. Is this the end of him? Let me make sure. 71. It's not the end of yellow, but I think it's the end of pink. Okay. I'm going to be on 4 cards. I think baiting him may be a better play for me. I don't want to take his cap right now. I don't like this capital. I'd rather yell the other cap. That was remarkably profitable. Now, blue may be able to eliminate him. My cap's not open. That's part of the reason I didn't go for that. Yeah, pink, you got to keep troops on your cap, man. Especially when you got a psychopath like yellow in here. Black hits up this way. So we see black's cap. He's obviously not going to come open me. We have the trade on 4. If blue comes in, if blue actually comes and opens me without trading, we could theoretically eliminate the blue player. I don't know. I think he's just going to take the bonus. He doesn't break me here. I want to see what yellow does, because there's a world here where yellow feeds himself to me. I don't want to hold 3 caps, though. I think holding 3 caps is going to be very difficult. But if, like, yellow comes up this way to open the cap, I don't think he's going to do that. I think he should just play this kind of slow. If he does, he's cooked. Just going to take the bonus here. Buddy, you do not have this kind of leverage. Oh, he just opened up blue to himself. He's knocking blue out of here. And he just opened up blue to himself. That goes back to cap. Interesting. Now blue traded. He was getting way less than us, so he may not have added anything here. Is he gonna steal this? I wouldn't try to open me, bud. This was exactly what I was saying. It's a really good way to get yourself eliminated. And yellow is so weak and white's not open that I don't really know why blue did that. I think blue's better than yellow. So I think that blue is going to be my target here. I'm making sure that blue is not back here. He is not. Come on, even roll. Not bad. I don't know how much he's got sitting back here. A little bit lucky there. I'm glad I sent some back in that direction. It's not over. It's absolutely not over. Back to 3 cards. The trade-in? It is. Sweet. Had a feeling this would happen. And he went the wrong way. Exactly perfect. He went the wrong way. Exactly what I needed. I'm just going to trade on 3 here. We can card block black and let these two figure their stuff out. Although if yellow like doesn't set and connects his stuff here, or white trades and hits him, white's not open to me, right? And I told you yellow is too weak. This is part of the reason why I targeted blue. Oh my god, wait, he might mess this up. No, he just hits me. Okay, I didn't have the bonus anyway. I thought he might come open me here. I got a trade on 3. Yellow goes to 5. That'd be crazy. That would be absolutely absurd. If he connects his stuff here, if he opens me, he's psychotic. If he connects his stuff here, he might open me. He breaks white. Does he stop there? He lives. He lives. I can't kill him. He's got too much juice here. He didn't connect. He could have connected. He didn't connect. 65, yeah. So I don't trust black at all. I'm just going to take my card off of yellow here. We're not going to take any cards off of the black player. No, yellow, I can't kill you, bro. I don't have the troops. I don't have the troops to do that. I don't trust that. We go hundreds on both. We card block black. So this is kind of the key to winning a game like this. I need white is not open and yellow is just simply not that strong. And I can always pivot to trading with black if I need to, right? So he's going to leave himself open as long as he can to try to make a play on this capital here. White sets. White, he could try to get yellow. I don't think he's open at all though. He just puts 11 here. Smokes my 3. All right, that's fine. I don't have any beef with white. And at this point, I don't really care if these guys break me. It's just extra cards if they do. They're not going to take 100 caps, that's for sure. I almost wonder if yellow's craziness earlier was not, like, genuine. And what I mean by that is, like, I wonder if he starts blocking or something. I'm fine if he wants to take these bonuses. I don't actually care because I think white's going to start putting some attention onto him. He should defend this cap, though. The troops should go to this capital. Oh, don't open white, though. Oh, no. This could be bad. He hits here. He hits over here. Stop. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. I don't think those troops got back to the... They might have gotten back to the cap. That's what I should say. I'm not going to break him at all. Stack up here. Again, because black is only open to that capital. Maybe he's got a set on 3. The issue is you aren't going to be able to eliminate me if you're black. Interesting that you take the pocket. This is the one that I'd keep the longest, I think. Not wanting to close your line off. The trades are kind of high. You could theoretically roll this. The risk of rolling this off of a trade-in is that I'm going to get to a point where I can probably do something to you. I don't think he opened white. White's got a massive capital. That's the problem, and we got to be really careful with yellow potentially opening this. So we have to slow our game down. It's a very important part. Yellow is very large. He's going to hit my 3. Oh, no. He didn't get the big stack out then. Now he hits my 3. All right. I'm just going to break you. I don't know why you removed me over there. That's all that does is bait me into breaking you because I'm not going to open up black at all. I don't care if yellow comes and breaks me either. The more cards, the merrier. Is he going to block his cap off? He can block him earlier then. I wasn't expecting that. He can't even take the cap now. It's a bad play by black. You had 3 more cards before you had to block your cap off. 1, 2, 3. These ones right here. Don't love that. I mean, yellow shouldn't have removed me over here. I was perfectly safe. You didn't have to remove me over there, man. I don't know what to tell you. I gotta pick a target though. That's the problem with games like this. Is you know I get pink out. Blue made himself a target. I could have removed yellow first. I had a distinct feeling that blue was the better of the 2 players, and it made more mathematical sense to me to break the or to take blue out of the game, knowing that I could hold the 2-point position here and then block black. Well, whatever the heck happens on the right side happens. White. The issue here. The primary issue is that white is too passive and yellow is just kind of crazy. And so, not great. Black obviously trades here. I'm fine with yellow coming and breaking me. I don't really care if he does that. Because I can actually start blocking black as early as the next turn without letting him get any extra cards. That's just foolish. Stacking this here is just insane. He's just going to blitz it. He's chunk blitzing me. Lost 9, got 1 there. Lost 10, got 1. Lost 9, got 1. Lost 3. This is not the way to do this, bud. He may even forget to take the card on the left-hand side. Oh my god. That could fail now. That could fail. Single dice. Oh my goodness. He misses the card on his trade turn, so he's not even close to a trade-in anyway. You done messed up, Aaron. I sounded a little bit like, what's his name? Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott. That's his name. The Coors got Coors, the banquet beer. Yellow doesn't have a trade because he said early. He's not even going to take this card off of me. So I don't even have to open him. I can just take a normal card here. If he removes all of White's material, you just got to hope that that gets directed into him and not into me. But I can block. I really only need like 13 to 15 troops, I think, back there. I'm going to do it now because I know I've still got the cards here if I need them. I got cards into black as well. We'll do 18 just to be safe. Um, 135, and then that's there. I'll have to fortify some of that over. Take this card here. %, that bad boy. Even split these 115. Sweet. And now black is blocked. Pulling troops off cap. We saw he had 100 something there. Pulls 45 off. I don't think that's smart. White's down to 7. Was he getting more than that last turn? He was not. So I've got 2 caps. Yellow's got 2 caps. His caps are getting stronger. Don't love that, but there's no infinite trading pocket for them on the... Okay. I did admittedly forget. I will admit. I forgot that now, theoretically, it would make more sense to take the cards into yellow, but I'm trying to... Now is time to establish rapport. You know, using these cards in a card... I don't think yellow's going to card block me. White, very well, maybe. I don't think yellow's going to card block me. Black flagged. If we have black flagging here, it is in my best interest... He's not going to play back here, right? And I think it's actually in my best interest to take the cards back here first so that I don't irritate these guys. It's going to end up being 2 cards for me as well. But theoretically, the 2 of them start fighting. I can pick up some extra troops off of bonuses back here and work with that. I don't know that I want to take everything back here, but at least a couple more. We could keep this whole line here for ourselves if we need it. But they're just going to quarrel, right? Yellow got full broken there in all of his stuff. Actually has 12 or more territories. I think he's got to realize this isn't a battle he's going to win against the white. But the white player is so much stronger than him, just objectively. He hasn't been getting as much off of his bonuses, but yellow had wasted so much in the early game with trade-ins and whatnot that the white has just been stacking here consistently. You open that cap, you're probably cooked. Now this is our open capital, so that is where I will be fortifying. But yeah, we got black to flag. He didn't even want to deal with being card blocked. I think that eliminating blue, card blocking black, the right play on this board. And I actually got to say, guys, I'm enjoying this map quite a bit. I've played it before with capitals. Wasn't ever really fully sure how it would play out for us. But it's not bad. Interested to see what yellow falls to. Or maybe yellow perishes. If yellow perishes, I mean, the card... Wow. Wow. White lets him hold both of those +5, or both of the +4s. Yellow's going to go into me, which is crazy, because that's just extra cards. Like, this is nuts. I don't understand that play at all. Gotta be honest with you. Please. Please take extra cards here, brother. Give me your cards. Crazy play to make by yellow. It does 4-5. Okay. Game lagged right there. I don't care about the bonuses. That's what this guy's got to realize is his aggression is not worthwhile. And eventually, White's going to be forced to break him over here. Unless they trade. Take an extra card, bro. I don't care. If you're not going to give White cards, then White's going to be forced to break you, and I'm totally fine with that. Because eventually I will hold at least another +8. Black's obviously got a lot on that cap, but I'm playing the long game here. And I understand some people may disagree with the decision to remove the cards behind me. Eventually, that will net me extra troops. And I've got 2 huge caps here. 110 there. Now is kind of the point where I can just break yellow. I'm going to wait for him to trade in. So I may even take the 10 here. Because we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. That includes the 110 cap. So that's not going to be cheap. Not going to be a cheap roll. But now yellow's forced to hit white. And he trades in to do it. So how much does he choose to hit? More than just a little. More than just a little. White's on 5 cards. I don't think there's any world I'm remotely close to being able to eliminate the white player. I have a trade on 3. So with the 210 open and extra cards in here, that's going to be difficult to block. I am going to play off of this. I'm kind of curious what he's working with in here. That was intentional, by the way. I did that on purpose. If white comes... Bro, what are you doing? Why? It's the freest elimination in the world there. Alright. This cap is weak as heck. Yellow's obviously not happy with me, but I'm learning a lot of information about him here. Does he leave me in here? There's no way, right? Does he take this card? It's a death wish to take that card. He does not. Alright. I'm going to trade. Because again, I got extra cards back here, so if I get blocked, there's a way to pivot off of this, but... And I'm still open, so I can capitalize off of white potentially failing this. But then I have extra cards, free card block up front. I'm trying to bait white into hitting yellow. Maybe he comes and hits me, in which case, like, bummer. But I want him to realize he can eliminate yellow, and it actually set him in. Come on. Please work. Please work. Oh, that is way lower than I thought it would be. What? He didn't even defend it. I mean, that manipulation worked, so I can't complain. I don't have a trade in. I would set in off of yellow. White doesn't even have time to finish this, so we gotta hope he's not in the way here. And he's not fully in the way, at least. How much you got here? 83. We can eliminate 83. White doesn't have anything on the cap back here. Well, I can't even cap run because black needs to. I would have to full eliminate these guys because black would have to be eliminated there. That I could not have more perfectly initiated that crash out than right there, the way that I did. I got to leave. We would trade in off of him. I got to make sure I don't fumble this. He's up to actually 3 caps. So he has White's cap back here, which means I've got to hope that he's not blocking his own elimination. Or that White's not blocking the elimination. So I want to go for yellow first. White flag. No, no, I was going for him. All right, well. Bro, I was going for the other guy. All right, well, neutral bots gets us. The yellow got second. He had a trade on 4 as well, so I'm glad I went. I baited White perfectly. It's a shame he flagged because I was going to give him. I was going to eliminate yellow, and because I had never taken the black capital, White would have gotten second. But I think because I hit him, he thought I was going for him. It's a shame. The bait worked. Because he wouldn't go for yellow until he wouldn't go. He must have hit like a 250 stack or something here and not gotten the best of dice because it wasn't even on a cap when he rolled, and we saw like 70 or something remaining there, or 90, I think it was. I do kind of like this map. I don't think it's actually that bad. I think it has decent playability. Blue was a GM. Man, shouldn't have. You got too curious. He got too curious about my capital after I eliminated pink. Shouldn't have gotten that curious. Used the trade instead and off of him, took the risk. I could just tell with the cards he was taking and the way he was maneuvering and what he was doing. I was like, I just felt like that guy was decent. Also, the short names like this, his name is just Zach. Like those dudes just, I swear they're always GMs. Beginner on black, beginner on yellow, beginner on pink, and novice on white. White, stick around, man. You had a chance. You kept yourself safe the whole game. And then when you weren't safe, you just bailed. You had a chance. So let's take a look at the map first on our other monitor. So again, this doesn't blow up as big as I would want it to, so I got to zoom in a little bit. So at least a little bit bigger this time. So not a smartphone, just another brick in the war. That is a Pink Floyd reference for sure. What do I think about this one? Decent. None of the bonuses, a couple +5s are pretty strong. None of the bonuses, though, I felt are too crazy. The +2 on the right-hand side, obviously guaranteed troops, but positionally, I mean, it's a 1, 2, 3-point card block on that right side, regardless of Blizzard. So it's not actually the strongest position. It's kind of almost bait. Middle position, this cap spot here would have been very, very good in any given scenario. This one here, pretty good in any given scenario. Even this spot's not bad. All of those, not bad. In the middle here is pretty good, too. You control 2 of the 3 path lines to the top, independent of blizzards. Obviously, you could have a blizzard here. You could have a blizzard here. That would make a 1 point on the side. So it does have, it's kind of a little Africa-like, where you could potentially have blizzards that do direct you into certain areas. Although this spot here cannot be a blizzard because of the 1 point over these 2 territories. So that does free it up a little bit, and I actually think that makes it enough of a difference on this board to keep the games interesting most of the time. I enjoyed this map. I had a good time on it, and my litmus test is usually the classic map, and I think I like this better than the classic map. I think I would play this map with progressive capitals more than classic, and as such, it's going to land somewhere in the upper B tier. I don't find any of the bonuses to be inherently unbalanced. I don't think it lands in a spot where you have too much issue with one side of the board being inherently way more overpowered than the other side, like Brazil, or like the launch pads on Spaceport. I do think I like it better than New Zealand and Australia, but not quite as much is Königsberg Siege. And so we're going to land it here just outside of the A tier, down in B tier. Solid map. Had a lot of fun with this. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Get to see a map that you don't see on the channel very often. We'll be back next week with Command and Controller, one of my favorite maps from this map pack. So if you guys stick around for that one, please do. Please come back next week for Tier List Tuesday. As always, everybody, I've been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.